Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Starladder Season 5. We're starting to get close to the end of the event, and currently we are going to cast a best out of one between Na'Vi, the new Na'Vi I might add, and Absolute Legends with Cinderin filling in for them in a pinch. I'm LD, and I'm joined here by the one and only Winter, who just got done, I believe, kicking ass in the GEST. Winter, how you doing?
Very, very long day. So tired now. I'm sorry the game got off a delay. That's why I couldn't make it for the first game.
Yes, it's okay. James, 2GD, filled in and made sure to flame me a lot at the end, so now my feelings are hurt and it's all your fault, but we'll let it slide. Before we dive into this game, I'm really curious to get your thoughts on the new Na'Vi roster, but I very quickly want to give some context to the game. Guys, this is the Starladder Season 5, and taking a quick look at the groups, or at the standings of the groups so far, or in the ladder, I suppose you could call it. Na'Vi is sort of in the middle of the pack. They're sitting at, I believe, 4 wins and 4 losses for a total of 12 points, but they haven't played as many games as some of the other teams. I don't think they're out of the running yet, but they're pretty close. They pretty much will have to win out the rest of the way if they want to qualify for the LAN finals, and they may be in China anyway. I'm not actually sure if they'll stick around in Europe long enough to play those LAN finals. They did say they're going to China. They didn't say exactly when. I imagine if they qualify, they may delay it a bit longer. But with that being said, it's going to be a tough road for them. Absolute Legends way down, 2-0-4. They also pretty much have to win out. I've only played 6 games, so they do have a shot. But anyway, Winter, with that being said, before we really talk about the draft, how do you feel about the new Na'Vi overall?
Can't wait for them to join the Southeast Asian tournament. But I think the new roster is definitely stronger than the old one because Funnick is one of the best offlaners. After he switched his role from the support role to the offlane, he has been very impressive in his old team Empire. And Kuroki seems to be able to work with Puppy better. It's very crucial to have your position 4 and position 5 playing on the same page, having the same thoughts, moving together. Like Puppy knows what Kuroki is thinking and Kuroki knows what Puppy is thinking.
Yeah, they wrote a Kuroki wrote a love letter to Puppy. I think it was like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago on the Ghosty Gamers forums. And someone recently dug that up.
Some bromance. And they are picking like Lifestealer Storm every single game, if I am not mistaken. I've seen a lot of it from them.
They had their shot at it this game, but they chose to go for the Prophet, which, well, it does give them much more versatile lanes. If they pick the Storm here, they're kind of locked into how they're going to lane it.
They can't pick the Storm anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, instead of the Prophet, I meant.
Yeah,
but
now
it's not an option.
It's still a good form of transportation for the Lifestealer, the TP from Nature's Prophet.
And he's got the Nyx as well. A Nyx on a Nyx. That's a pretty strong combo.
Coming out from the bug when the Vendetta, anyone's dead by that. But I prefer using the Prophet as my transportation if I'm the Lifestealer.
Well, it's got a little bit more flexibility. It is, however, not very durable. So that car may just start coming apart as you arrive at your destination. Hope you can get out in time. But Absolute Legends has gone ahead and picked up the Bane and the Bat Rider. So they have 2 ways to deal with the Lifestealer's Rage. 2 very strong ultimates that go through the Rage form. Still, where's the physical damage to actually kill him if he's caught while he's raged? They don't have any yet. And Na'Vi is starting to ban out some of those strong solos, some of those physical damage sources. The Lone Druid gets the ban here. So Nature's Prophet has, I think it's also worth talking about him. He's seen sort of a rise to prominence. I believe Liquid has been running him. I know Fnatic EU ran him. And he's been getting a lot of farm priority, especially in the European scene lately. He's still not a particularly common pick in Southeast Asia. I know Zenith likes to run him a bit more. Obviously, Myth Trust does. But he's sort of had a bit of a resurgence as of late in the North American European scene.
Thanks to No Tide Hunter. You know, they did a strat with Nature's Prophet that stack up 5 neutral camps in a row using all the summons. Did you see that game?
No, I didn't get to catch it. That sounds pretty awesome, though.
Yeah. Obviously, I think he shared control, though. We'll never know. I don't think he could have done it himself.
That would require some sick micro, to say the least.
Yeah, 5 camps at once. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
And they stack it 3 times in a row, and Lola just gets his Battle Fury with his PA and walks over and clears everything.
Oh, and it was on PA too, who really needs to have a good start to work as a hero.
I was very impressed by that strat. No Tide Hunter, every time they play some tournament match, they have something new up their sleeves. It's
So
always nice to watch them play.
yeah, they're definitely an experimental team, and you know, a lot of people thought it was just Eternal Envy, but it seems even without him being on the team, they're still experimenting. They picked Sniper yesterday, and they kicked ass doing
Yeah.
it. Although I gotta say, I did not like the way that their opponents played that game because they didn't put any pressure on the Sniper the entire game. But I would love to see more Sniper here. So, what does Na'Vi go for? The puck is in the pool, and that's been one of Dendy's go-tos. I imagine they may have their eyes on it, because he would synergize very nicely with the lineup they already have, but Ale are going to take it. So I wonder what Dendy will play now. There's a Tinker. Dendy has been able to play Tinker occasionally in the past. Not a whole lot, but it is in his toolbox.
Now sometimes I do see him play the Lifestealer if he goes middle. Because for Absolute Legends right now, it seems like they're gonna put the puck in the mid lane and could be Bat Rider on the off lane. It works better that way because Bat Rider, if you can't go to the off lane, you can go to the jungle. And Lifestealer against puck isn't really that bad in mid lane. You can still farm.
Yeah, especially if you get a stat shield. Puck just, his auto attacks do not hurt, and how's he ever going to kill you unless you get silence? But they don't really have the damage to bring him down before that silence wears off. So if they want to put him mid, he's probably not dying. They could also put the Nyx there if they're running him as a solo, but generally Na'Vi runs him as a support.
Sometimes, rarely, but I've seen games where Dandy plays the Nyx Assassin. Sometimes. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, I think it's more common for Puppy to play it, but also there's a Rubik in the pool. Oh, or sorry, Ale already picked that. I've been casting since like 2 a.m., so I do apologize if I make some silly mistakes here and there. Lion.
Ooh.
Is this a
Finger of Death.
Is this a solo?
Could be a solo, could be a support, but not very good at supporting. He needs so much levels.
And I guess Ale they still don't have a carry. Who would you go for here?
That's a really tricky question. There's a lot of things where you want to take in mind. Whether Absolute Legends is going for a split push right now, it depends whether they want to go for a split push or they would like to go for all-out pushing. They could go for a Dragon Knight though. Dragon Knight's decent against Lifestealer, the high armor pull, and he's a decent carry against Lifestealer.
It feels like they need a really durable carry because they don't have a strong defensive support like a Shadow Demon who can really keep him alive for a long time during the fight.
Maybe Faceless Void because the Chrono can deal with the Lifestealer.
Yeah, and you can also maybe burst down a hero like the Nyx Assassin before he can use his Carapace in the fight and be a total nuisance. It's an option, but I guess the only issue with the Void is Navi's a very mobile lineup, and if you pick a Void and he blows his Chrono, or they have buyback or they're ahead, and you don't have Chrono, you can't really fight. So
what else is in the pool? Let me see.
There's a Sven, but he's not really picked much nowadays. Yeah, I'm actually going to bring it up as well. There needs to be a way to look at the hero pool. I keep on meaning to talk to Valve about this more easily without... Especially because I'm trying to show the draft to you guys.
Difficult. Shadow Fiend could be decent against Lifestealer.
Well, I mean, there is a Nyx and a Prophet.
Anti-mage.
Oh, Anti-Mage. All right, they're going to play it safe.
This is going to be split pushing.
Can they pull it off against a Nyx and a Prophet and a Lifestealer? That's a pretty dangerous lineup to split push against.
It's going to be dangerous, though. There's Nyx Assassin and Lion. These two heroes can deal with Anti-Mage fairly easily.
Yeah, they have a lot of lockdown. The Hex, the double Impale, of course the Spike Carapace if he's ever caught auto-attacking the Nyx, which probably won't happen. And Prophet can also build a Hex, so they have plenty of anti-carry options. And it looks like I guess the Lion could be a support, in which case they would need a solo. But if he's soloing and the Prophet's off lane, then they just need another support here.
They could also run the Nature's Prophet as a jungler, Nyx Assassin as a lone support, and Lion mid lane, Lifestealer on the first row carry, and they can pick something else for off lane. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. It's going to be a mid lane Lion.
I guess it could be a Nyx mid and a Lion support, but you're thinking a mid Lion.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Dandy to pick the hero.
Alright, well, we also have to keep an eye, Winter, if people are going to swap around. Dandy Nyx.
No!
Are they going to swap? Nope, they're not going to swap. Alright, Winter, let's do it. I'll let you introduce the new Na'Vi. I'm going to quickly introduce Absolute Legends. We have Miguel on the Bat Rider. Early Tranquil Boots build for him. Unicorn XOXO playing the Anti-Mage. Has not spent 250 gold yet. Maybe decide if he needs a shield or can just a straight Quelling Blade. Miracle on the Puck. Cinderin standing in for AL. Of course, he is teamless now as Redefining Madness recently disbanded. He's got smoke and sentries playing that hard support role. And last but not least, bringing up the rear very slowly at that, it's Mania playing the Rubik.
And for Navi, we have Dandy on the pesky Nyx Assassin, Xbot on the Lifestealer, Phonic on the another pesky hero, Bounty Hunter, and Kuroki on the Lion. Last but not least, we have Papi on the Nature's Prophet. He was the top farmer. Remember the game? They ran a Nature's Prophet against 3D. They beat the Phantom Lancer by having a more farm Nature's Prophet.
So
Did you catch that game? The last game? I think Starladder.
No, I haven't had a chance to watch much Starladder. I just finished like fixing my schedule so I could watch and cast it. So you're gonna have to basically educate me, Winter. Consider me uninformed as possible. So they pulled Phonic. He's sitting on a Sportman shield. Wards were given to him.
They saw him. They saw him.
They saw him, but the Sentry Ward already placed and wasted.
The battle begins.
So that's unfortunate, and this is something that we talk about a lot when we pass Bounty Hunter, is giving him observers means that the enemy wastes the sentries trying to de-ward, so then they don't have them to actually harass him in lane. And that's going to be an issue for them, because they do have a great lane to kill him if they have the sentries down.
It's also the fact that they are already expecting AL to run the mid pull, because Bat Rider is already ditching the top lane and he's coming over. A lot of teams are doing this right now, even in the C region, the mid pulls as the Radiant side. It's very devastating.
Yeah, I've heard quite a few players say they think Radiant is just flat out better, despite the Roshan advantage, simply because of the mid pull. I'm actually curious, do you agree with that, or do you think it's a little bit more even?
I'm a Roshan fanboy.
Yeah. Well, Roshan it feels like he's really, really important, especially in Asian Dota lately. Like in G League, Roshan decided almost every game, I want to say.
Hey, I remember what you said to me. I was saying, remember in G League, one of the games I was saying that, okay, LD, this game will be decided by Roshan. And you said something like, oh, isn't the Roshan deciding every single game?
That's true. Well, in some games, it always is a factor, but some games it feels like it's more important than others, I suppose.
Yeah, depending on the lineup, and some teams run like a all-in type of push strat, maybe without a proper carry, Roshan could be a very important factor to the game.
So Dendi, looks like he's going to be rushing Hand of Midas. Already picked up the Gloves of Haste, not going for the Rain of Basilius. And we're going to see Dendi with the bottle coming out now in the Courier. So pretty much everybody just playing very passively. And Navi's doing this with a lineup that really wants to play passive in the laning stage.
Yeah, it was very good pickup by them, because they realized that there's no way AL could run an aggressive tri-lane, so they can play as greedy as they want to. One jungler, one support pulling, one off lane. They are making use of every single resources they have, because Bane and Rubik, they're just not going to do a aggressive tri-lane to punish you. So you are free to do whatever you want.
They're
getting the better trade-offs, in my opinion, right now.
Gold-wise, slightly ahead. Experience-wise, way ahead. And, you know, a lot of this is that ward at the pull camp. Miguel is now looking... Or not the pull camp, the small camp mid. So Miguel now going to farm the big camp here, but they just haven't really gotten as much done. Cinder is leeching a lot of experience off of this lane, unfortunately. And you kind of have to when there's a full bounty hunter, because otherwise he's really going to mess up your anti-mage.
Yeah, they don't have a choice, though, because they really need to try their best to zone him out of the lane, stop him from taking the experience. And at the same time, he has poor management, like you mentioned. It's really difficult for the anti-mage alone to do anything much damage to him.
Phonic looking to maybe either disrupt this pull or just jack some creeps. He'll go Invis now. May have been
he'll jack the Centaur, I think. Or he'll just harass Mania.
Yeah, that's it. Do you want gold, or do you want your opponents to bleed?
I think he's gonna jack the creep.
Not the actual neutrals. He's got one more time Windwalk. Do they have more sentries? No, no more sentries up from Cinder. Does he have more coming out? He does not. Just bottle crowing going on mid. So, and I mean, the pulling from Kuroki, he's just consistently stacking and pulling the creeps. Avosta's left alone top lane. Dandy's left alone mid and is farming quite well, sitting 9 and 7 to the 10 and 4 puck, which honestly is fine to trade that way, even if you're slightly bad on CS. And he's going in a little bit now. Just harassment.
It's sort of a win situation for a melee hero to have that sort of CS against a range hero.
And, I mean, the Mana Burn obviously helps. Look at Miracle. He's constantly battle crying. He might actually go down here. There's a Mana Burn. It's not quite enough damage. If he had more mana, I think he may have died. But either way, bottom lane. Phonic just being a total pesky bastard. He pulled the creeps, so now the creep wave is going to push because he disrupted the equilibrium a little bit. There's gonna be a bigger wave coming.
Mid lane, mid lane.
Oh, huge
See you
dive onto the
later.
puck, impaled. Will give up the first blood.
My time.
Dandy now with Boots bottle and a first blood to his name. This is not a good start. And Puppy getting close to that Midas, even with the rotation, and he's already level 4. He's got 700 gold, so we could see a Midas coming out in the next 2-3 minutes or so.
Yeah, he did the same thing the game I was mentioning. They were playing against 3D and he went for Glove of Haste start. Very greedy build.
Cinderin's in a bad position here. He slept himself, but he's already taken a ton of damage. Dendy's hasted. Dendy will bring him down. Now he's chasing on.
Mid lane as well.
Simultaneously, there's a dive on the Prophet. Puppy will die, so at least delaying his Midas. But Havos being left alone, he's going Midas, so there's double Midas afoot. Still diving his Dendy. Wants Mania. He salves up. He's forcing the salve. Will they pull him into the tower? No, he's still hasted, so no point. But they sleep him. Can they actually kill him off?
His haste is wall off already.
He's level 6. Puppy's TP'd in. Thinking about it anyway. Bounty Hunter dives to the tower. Funny gets the kill. Now, Dendy running away. So in the end, they're all going to survive. And they pick up the additional kill. And they're pushing top lane. I mean, what is going wrong for this team?
It comes down to the trade-off and the perfect ward placement to deny the camps really affected the early game momentum of AL. And you have a Rubik, you have a Bane. Both of these supports need levels so badly. And when something like that happens to you, you really are in a lot of trouble, especially when Na'Vi is running such a greedy lineup with a Prophet jungling. You're basically losing out on so much of farm, and goal and experience graph shows that for the early game.
And even the anti-mage, even with 2 supports near the lane, is being outfarmed by the Lifestealer, who did have an empty lane to his name, but, you know, you devote 3 heroes to a lane, you really hope your AM's gonna at least keep up with the enemy who's farming at a safe lane, and they're just not getting trades anywhere.
Yeah, Funnick played very well in the lane. And a lot of that came down to the fact that he had a poor man shield.
Yeah, you can really be aggressive, especially... Oh, they're gonna sleep him now. They have a Sentry where they have no Mana Void, actually. Oh, there's the lift. Nope. Wants up. He may live yet, Winter. He may live yet. Second Sentry Ward placed, and he's gone. Oh, he almost lived.
Oh my god.
That is the max range, pretty much.
Is he gonna go down?
Dandy's coming in.
Oh no. Where's he gonna hide? Is he gonna blink to the Roche pit?
Don't get bashed. Don't get bashed.
No.
He's gonna find him. No. Oh, Unicorn. Can he blink away? No, it's still on cooldown. Oh, Winter. Just nothing going right for absolute legends this game. Can you lose the laning stage any harder than this? And with such a greedy lineup, down 2k experience, down 2k gold, Midas is about to come online on Prophet. Lifestealer had his a good minute and a half ago. I mean, that's about as fast as you can get a Midas, pretty much, or very close anyway. I think like 4.5 minutes is the fastest if you start Gloves of Haste, but and pretty much naked at that. But
I've seen
so
Loda I have seen Loda had his Midas like at 3.5. He got first blood.
Yeah,
and
that's true. You get first blood.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, that's the fastest, I guess.
Now Bounty Hunter's level 5, and Cinderin is just such food.
Look at Dandy. Who is going to go down?
He ran by an Observer and a Sentry in the lane, but I don't actually know if they noticed him, because they did not
mid lane.
They did not ping the lane at all. Kuroki, level 5, they're going on him. Dendy's frantically trying to scramble here. The backup is coming. Will it be in time? I don't think so, but Havos comes in. Mania is definitely dead. Maybe Miracle as well. He gets impaled. Is there a Spike Carapace? There is. Can they bring him down? No, they're just going to focus Mania, securing the 1 kill. Still diving for Miracle, but I don't think they can get him. Can they actually? Orbing forward. Can't. Oh, really? Miracle goes back in.
Oh my
now
god.
It's a Spike Carapace. I cannot believe he tried to fight that. Now silencing 2. Maybe he's got a secret weapon, but I don't see what it is. There's the secret weapon of Na'Vi. And for good measure, the Infest also comes. I have no idea why he went back in there. That seemed like a very ill-advised re-engagement.
He was just a bit cocky. Not a bit, he was just way too cocky. Because he noticed that Dandy didn't have mana at all, and he was just trying to play around at the tower. A lot of PUBG players do that, and they paid the price for it.
Well, it might turn into a pub stomp style of game, though, right? This
Bottom lane.
Yep, here we
See you
go.
later.
There's a lion ult. No, just the stun. But with Bounty Hunter... Wow, not even going on him. He has the level 2 Shrinking Toss. Would have been close to a kill. Puck arrives, has the ult in 15 seconds. Now Funnick thrown back towards the tower. Could maybe turn. Nope, he's just going to keep on running. And meanwhile, Prophet TP'ing in. Miracle gets stunned. Puppy arrives, drops the treants, then retreats. Strategic treant screen drop. Now Funnick manning up again, and Mania's taking a lot of damage. There's a Shrinking Toss. He'll probably fall. No, he actually won't, because the Dream Coil was blown just to save his own life. And now they're coming back in. They know Dream Coil's down. Dendy's got his ult. He's getting close to that. Force staff forward. Probably Dagon for the way Dendy's been playing lately. And are they going to tower dive this winter? I think they might.
You mean for now, depending on how Navi was playing lately, because they've been building Dagons on every single hero.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I was.
Oh my god, that was so amazing.
It was a legit strategy.
I thought it was a fireworks show. I really did. Oh, and you know they want to dive, and Absolute Legends is trapped. They don't have TPs on... Oh, they have one on Cinder, and that's it. So nobody can leave. They're going to be forced to fight. The Army of Trance is coming. Death is about to arrive in the form of a Dendy Funnick backstab. It's just a Navi sandwich here. Kuroki, not level 6 yet, but he'll get it if they get a couple of kills. The Noose Titans winter. The dive is happening. Dendy, no spike carapace yet.
Bat is tipping in. Bat is tipping in.
Yeah, Bat has arrived, but what can he do? The courier delivered something to Dendy. It's just a TP scroll for the moment, and Absolute Legends is going to be able to get out of here safely, but it takes all 5 heroes being in the
Anti-Mage
lane.
is gonna die. Anti-Mage is gonna die. 2 backstabbers.
Wow, actually gets caught out. Now the Impale coming. Miracle. Phase shifts trying to live. Funnick dropping low under the tower. Can he get out of here in time? He's maybe going to. No, can't survive. Down he'll go. Miracle will live, but by the way, there's a Havost in this game. He's almost got his armlet. He's just been left entirely alone in the jungle. Sure, Bat has his blink, but who can he actually kill during this blink? Nyx is not an easy kill, obviously, because he has Spike Carapace. Leicester's not easy kill because he's got an armlet, and I guess maybe the Bounty Hunter and the Lion, but these are not really core.
Oh, that.
Well, there was that.
You know, when your support just kills the enemy's mid solo just like that, you know the game is somewhat in so much trouble.
It looked like it was that long of a... I might be exaggerating slightly, but that was a long-range Finger of Death.
Yeah, it actually has quite a long range. Do not underestimate the range of the Finger of Death.
Yeah, it actually is a quite long range, and I think...
Top lane, top lane. Oh dear, he's gonna die again.
Yeah, there's an infested Lifestealer. He hasn't popped out yet. Now he will.
Oh.
Open Wounds is there. Quelling Blade's out, but that might have just cost him his life. More so than if he tried to stay inside there for a few seconds. Then he whiffs his Impale. Whiffed a lot of RPs the other day, but doesn't seem to matter. Pug Orbs away. Whiffs the port away as well. Pops out of it a second too soon. Mania
I don't
steals
think
track.
Poppy would appreciate that with stun. He died because of that.
Double Impale. Finally, Dendy's standing and delivering here. Havost diving doesn't finish on Mania. Goes back for Cinder. That'll be a track kill. Bat Rider on the back lines of play. Grabbing Dendy, trying to bring him down. Will push him back in. Havost picks up that kill that he didn't grab earlier. The Spike Carapace slowing down Miguel. Miguel may actually die if Dendy can just boots up enough. He's waiting for a nuke.
Oh.
Carapace again. And Dendy lives. Oh boy. I mean, could any Winter, what else could possibly go wrong for this team?
Bottom lane.
This could, I guess this could be it.
I think that it really came down the fact of the strategical decisions of Navi were very good this game. They played a greedy lineup when they can afford to play a greedy lineup. You see teams sometimes getting over their head. They play a greedy lineup when they are not supposed to play a greedy lineup, and they just get destroyed in the early phase. But Navi played it very smart this game.
Well, at this point, I mean, I don't see how AL comes back into the game. Anti-Mage nowhere near Battle Fury, needs that to split push to stall the game, but there's such a good lineup to kill split pushers with Prophet, Lifestealer, who can just show up at any time with Infest, plus the Nyx, who can be anywhere at any time, and the Bounty Hunter. How do you split push?
Yeah.
You can't, and if you don't split push, how do you win? I don't know.
There's not even one sentry ward in any of the lanes of AL when there's a Bounty Hunter and a Nyx assassin. That's good.
And Cinderin actually can't afford any now, although he is sitting on a smoke, but he could fairly soon. Mania's probably about to die, being stalked.
He's not even
by
level
Funnick.
6.
Might
See
even
you
die
later.
just solo.
Prophet ulti is coming. Prophet ulti is coming.
Big damage. Shuriken toss there. One more auto attack. Down will go. Cinderin could look for the Nightmare. Will do so. Funnick's going to drop, but maybe not in time. The orb flying through. Anti-Mage finishes the deal with the ult, but will need a Spike Carapace for his troubles, as of course Dendy threw that up just in time. Now they retreat. Well, they killed a Bounty Hunter, but they're being forced to send 4 or 5 heroes to deal with him.
He buys back, no problem.
Right back into the fight. Tracking up, now diving. Dendy doesn't have mana for Impale. Arcane Boot's fully down. Now comes the Lifestealer Bomb. Winter, Miracle, not having fun. Mania about to have a very bad day. That's not a happy birthday. Now the Impale through the trees. Havost frantically eating his way and won't even get there in time. It's just a feeding frenzy.
Oh my god. I think they're gonna build Dagons plus Finger of Death on someone.
I really feel like I'm just watching like chunks of horse meat thrown into a pool of piranhas right now.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And the piranhas are just like nom 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 nom. Yes, delicious.
Yeah, and who else is building a Dagon? Let's see. Is anyone building a Dagon apart from Dandy? No.
Will Dendy be serious here? No, yeah, he's just picked up the Null Talisman fairly recently, so definitely a Dagon from him. Well, I mean, look at AL's lineup. It's a great item.
Yeah, and good news for AL. Navi only has one Dagon.
Lifestar's building an Orchid, and that's just going to be in this anti-mage's even more fresh meat. Even fresher meat, I should say. Kuroki lurking on the high ground. There's a fling. He's going to pay for this, so they at least pick up one kill. Now they'll realize there's an Observer Ward here, most likely dewarded very soon.
Purified.
Yeah, they already have total map control. They can decide when do they want to get a gem. Or they will want to rather save the money to get a Dagon. It's up to them.
What would you do, Winter? What would Winter do?
Dagon! Okay, Lifestealer Bomb incoming.
Duh.
With the Dagon. Oh, who's gonna die? Who's gonna die?
It looks like Anti-Mage. And Dendy's already level 11. This is where Nyx gets scary, because he can actually run really far while invis. At level 1, the ult has a very short duration. So it's hard to even get in range unless you get close, by which point you often run through wards.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
instead,
who's gonna die? Oh no!
Unicorn.
1, 2.
Surprise!
Didn't even need the Dagon, man.
Well, it's not that he didn't need it, it's that he didn't get to KS in time. That's the key. Fuddick gets caught by 4. Miracle actually 5 here. So 4, so the anti-mage. And Kuroki, Silence, taking some damage. Huckle Orb forward, trying to maybe pick off Kuroki. Kuroki's still running. There's a Finger of Death. You've got to be careful. That Finger of Death does a lot of damage. Zaps the Bane. Not really the ideal target there. Well, the backup is coming. Lifestealer, open wounds to start. Batrider blinks away. It's a little bit short. He's got a gem. If he dies, this is a total unmitigated disaster. It's going to take like 4 auto attacks to bring him down. Puppy just clinking away. The gem on the floor. Did he pick it up in time? No. It looks like Miracle did, but can Miracle escape? Nope, because Dendy's here with a wild backstab. Nyxes and Naxes infested your basement, all over your house. These creatures cannot be stopped. There's nothing left, nothing safe. Everything's just a vile, disgusting mess for Absolute Legends now, and the end is coming.
Invisibility.
The end already is here.
It's the end times, Winter. You're going to Armageddon Land, so, I mean, it must really be the end times.
I'm gonna be having some drinks with Mr. David Tucker.
Celebrating the end of all things, just as Absolute Legends are mourning them right now.
You know, if I were in this situation, we would already say GG.
Especially against a team like Navi, when they're playing this well. Well, Ale, give them credit for their fighting spirit.
Yeah, they already lost the game from the first 10 minutes. It's harsh, but that's a fact.
Faust has his Orchid. I think he actually had it in the last fight as well, but... Jesus. This is such a good item on Lifestealer if you can get it this quickly.
Yeah, it's very good.
Especially against Anti-Mage.
Doesn't have Manta, he's still going his Battle Fury. He's never... I don't even think he can complete. You tell me whether he will complete his Battle Fury.
Oh, he'll complete it, but the question is how many racks will remain by the time he actually gets the next item, and the answer is probably not very many.
Everyone is like, okay, anti-mage farm 4 bodyguards.
Yeah, this is a new way to play 4 Protect 1. 4 literally just sitting behind you while the enemy team takes Roche.
This is what we call 4 Protect 1.
Yes, but it's a hardcore version.
It's a maximum protection version. Maximum surveillance for the anti-mage. We got your back, man.
It's like in American football, like having 2 receivers and 8 guys blocking for the quarterback.
Okay, they go. Oh, stop!
3-man impale by Dendy, but he gets beans ripped. Unicorn blinks away up into the trees. It looks like he will be able to survive. Puppy chasing Mania. Mania will drop Cinder next in line, and they're all just on a full headlong way out of here. Mania in trouble. If he gets hexed, he's probably dead to Finger. Kuroki's not quite in range for that hex, just slightly outside of it. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up. He doesn't have Tranquil Boots, or he would be able to. The Prophet's coming. Just a quick little sprout. He's going to delay him. The hex, the impale, the Finger. No Finger. Oh, Kuroki, you got to KS that one, man.
That's his best friend. His bromance partner. How is he going to KS his bromance
That's a
partner?
true sign of a bromance. If you don't KS your teammate there when you've already won, you must really love him.
You must be the one that's always KSing your team.
Hey, man. They can KS if they want. They're up over 15k gold.
Mid lane.
Yeah.
Mid lane.
Now he's
that
got
cost-
it. Now it'll be useful. No,
Oh, that
doesn't
was
even
such a
need it
good
here.
play.
His ult's
That
just
was such a
useless.
good
They
play.
kill everyone too
Oh,
fast.
that was such a good play by Funny. Because Kuroki didn't have... He needed slightly more time to reach his spell on the anti-mage, the Voodoo. And he used his Shuri toss to cancel the blink animation and he got the hex off.
Vos throws out the silence. They're diving the base. Puppy is here. Can he get the sprout off? He doesn't have mana for it. Now he Shadow Blades away. Miracle gets chased. But what can he really do? Triple for Havos. Call it an Ultra most likely. One more auto attack. There you go. Ultra indeed. And then Armlet toggling under your tier 3. Still tanking it. Doesn't care. Showing off. Cocky play, but he can get away with it now.
It's Xbox. He calls every other team in Europe not good. He's cocky. Everyone knows it.
Well, he has a right to be cocky after this win. Certainly when playing against AL. So Winter,
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
what you doing, Cinderin? Nowhere to run. Still armlet toggling. Still armlet toggling. Still freaking armlet toggling. Now, well, they'll get a kill in the fountain at the very least. Farming the enemy towers. Finally, he'll TP bottom. Because clearly he needs more CS. Divine Rapier or Dagon
You know
4 is
You know
probably
what,
next
LD? He really doesn't want to lose his Aegis.
He's got to end. It looks nice in the inventory. That nice big red shape. It's like a good complement to his other item colors.
I think he's going for a Divine Rapier. That's why he didn't want to lose his Aegis.
Yeah, I don't see anyone on AL holding onto a Divine Rapier for very long, even if they get it.
Look at the career. Okay, watch this. Sacred Relic, Demon Age.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Well, that's not
attack.
exactly a surprise.
We expected him to go Dagon, man. It was a
Well,
surprise. That
I think Dagon is the superior fountain camping choice, truth be told.
it's also the item to build when you want to KS Dundee who has a Dagon. You get a better Dagon.
Dendy, my Dagon's bigger than yours. That's what Havas will say. But it's
Oh dear, look at the AM. Oh my god.
almost caught by Dendy. They're still fighting this one out. You gotta figure they're just talking over how the game went more than anything else.
Yeah, they're just talking about... Or you know what? Sometimes he's like, these guys, I can't let these guys Dagon me, I'm just gonna kill him and kill him one more time. Let's go.
Oh no! They feed script him under the tower and then he infests anyway. Oh, that's just painful.
I told you, he didn't want to lose his Aegis.
Well, he's got it, Winter.
Radiant's middle tower
How much time is
Okay,
left?
but-
Only about a minute and a half, so time to go win the game. Indeed they will.
Middle tower has
I guess
fallen.
he'll drop the Divine at some point.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So if
under
you're
attack.
playing against Navi, Winter, what would you do to deal with them? They seem pretty freaking hard to deal with right now, especially in the European scene.
They have a very, very strong playstyle, and to be honest, I don't think you can go passive and expect to come out on top against Navi.
Radiant's middle tower
When you look at how they're playing right now, you have to do some LGD in. Oh look, the Divine! The Divine! The Divine!
He's still got the Aegis, remember, he never lost it.
Okay.
There's no feed script, that's an impale. Nope, doesn't get the impale off.
Oh! No! The Divine just walked away from them. Oh my god. Okay.
Fingers of death, Dagons, all the lasers and horrible red.
Shuri toss.
They're gonna smoke. Alright, here we go. Oh, well that was a short-lived
Radiant's
smoke.
bottom tower is under attack.
Hail,
Oh. 2 hits.
now diving the fountain miracle.
Oh.
3 hits for him, he's tanky. Doesn't Cinder wants that rapier, he wants that rapier! No rapier for you. Toggle the armlet. Nice.
Radiant's
So you
bottom
have to go
tower
aggressive is
under
basically
attack.
what you think.
Yeah, I think the best way to deal with them, I could be wrong though, but in my opinion, is to do the LGD in play style, go aggressive and pressure from the start. Shadow Demon, Chen, or whatever you do, just pressure. You have to give them pressure. Go 3 lane against their safe lane. You can't just let them farm like this.
Radiant's
Is there
bottom
any
tower
particular
is under
player
attack.
that you think is a Dendi? I mean, is it just in general anybody is fine, or who would you focus?
I wouldn't say I would focus any particular player.
Just aggressive in general.
It's just the play style that's very important. The way you run your drafts, the way how do you prioritize in pressure? How do you pressure the opponent? Where do you place your wards? All of these are the very important factors when you play against Navi.
Kuroki.
Why am I able to see like someone pinging the Divine Rapier drop on the ground? Is it a bug?
I think it... Oh,
I'm not supposed to see that, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, because that's to your own team, and you're not on either team. Or are you? Winter, are you a secret agent for Absolute Legends?
007, I'm Daniel Craig.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Report.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah.
Kuroki is not giving back the rapier.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Oh, you troll.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle
The
tower
most
has
wants it
fallen.
so bad.
Radiant's
What
middle
more is there to
barracks
say?
has fallen.
Yeah, I want to add on more to what I mentioned before. It's very important to pressure, and you could also try to run something like a dual lane middle, maybe to shut down Dandy, and try something like you dual lane middle, and you have to have a jungler as well to make sure you utilize as much of resources on the map. Something along those lines. If not, you're gonna just get punished. If Navi picks something like a Prophet jungling and you're being so greedy and you are unable to punish them, and you're gonna just have a hard time doing the mid phase. Because there's gonna be a rich Prophet, there's gonna be a rich lifestealer, Dandy will be alright in mid lane. If he wins the mid lane, it's even better for Navi, and Fanik gets something out of the off lane, and you'll be basically facing against a very rich 5 heroes.
I mean, if you
That's
think
their
about
style.
their drafts, they haven't really been picking the strongest laning. Like, we've seen a lot of Prophet, Storm, Lifestealer are obviously very strong in lane, so that's sort of the exception, but I mean, even a hero like Nyx is not really a dominant hero in lane. It's more once he hits level 6, then the game gets out of control. They're really map control heavy in the mid game right now, so I mean, if you want to go aggressive, they don't have like the best lineups to deal with that lately, especially when they go for stuff like the Storm Spirit and well, we see here the line. I mean, this has to be one of the greatest lineups I've seen out of them yet, and they've already run some greedy lineups before.
If you don't do a Shadow Demon Chen or something like a Shadow Demon Lina, Shadow Demon plus Chen is the most aggressive, one of the most aggressive early 2 roaming supports you can have. That's one of the only few ways you can deal with it, and you can just ditch a solo hero at the safe lane to deal with Fanik. Maybe pull him a Tangle and a South like what LGD In does for their Luna or Anti-Mage, and just leave the Anti-Mage to fight the Bounty Hunter or whatever hero they throw on the offlane alone, and the other 2 supports will be constantly pressuring top and middle at the same time. I personally feel that's the best way to play against Navi, and I'm kind of sad that currently only 2 teams I feel play like this, IG and LGD Int.
Well, you know, Navi's going to China at some point soon, so we may get to see how LGDN tries to deal with them. But right now, they look like they're the kings of Europe as of late. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're not done yet. We have more Starladder coming up. I'm LD. He's Winter. He's staying up all night. I'm staying up all morning to bring these games to you. Thank you all for tuning in. Great to have you aboard. More awesome action coming up soon. If you want to support Winter, be sure to follow him, twitter.com/WinterDota. He is also playing in the finals tomorrow for the GEST Dota 2 tournament, but stay tuned. More action for Starladder coming up soon.